Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago.
That's right. It is the rivalry game, the Packers at the Bears. Unfortunately, you see my voice inflection. Not super excited because neither of these teams are any good this year. 3-10 versus 3-. Important also. If you can't win, the one thing you can't do is beat your rival, and whoever wins this game will force their rival into last place. So it's to see who the worst team in the division is, and why not make that the Packers? Again, if you can't win, but you do have a chance to make the Packers the worst team in the division, then that's definitely something to shoot for. Gale Sayers on the return. Gets out to the 26. So out comes Bobby Douglas. His main attribute is he stayed healthy, but he has 4 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. Over 2,000 yards. He's actually going to hit 400 pass attempts this game, most likely. So Bobby Douglas trying to get the Bears to 4-10, which is pathetic, but will, again, put the Packers in last place. Hand off in a big hole. So a nice run right off the bat by Grabowski. The ex-Packer takes it to his former team. So if this game doesn't go extremely slow and or overtime, we're hoping to get to the big one today, the big game of the Dallas Cowboys against the Los Angeles Rams. Jackson, Holloway, Cody, Cadill, and Steve Wright. You should know the offensive line by now. Pinder and Gale Sayers, Farmer and Gordon are the receivers, and Thomas the tight end. So Gale Sayers pictured there. Only made a couple starts this year. Definitely not the same after all the injuries. But there's Bobby Douglas coming up with a nice pass, and then a tackle broken. Wallace, of course, the guy who's become more and more the big play threat, the tight end Wallace, having a pretty good second half of the year. And the Packers already yielding field position to the Bears. There's a fake, but Douglas then runs into the Packer anyways. Michael's on the tackle. Or Mike McCoy. Nitschke, Robinson, and Carr are the linebackers. Wood, Hart, safeties, Ellis, and Matthews are the corners. So, the Packers have an interesting injury. Their punter and running back, Donnie Anderson, was hurt last week and may be out the rest of the year. But so this happens in Sack to the Future because we're still in the air. Oh, man, Bobby Douglas throws his 19th interception of the year. Get back to Donnie Anderson in a minute. Let's see if they tell you about the Packers' starting quarterback. They are not going to mention the starting quarterback, apparently. There's the wildly ridiculous interception by Douglas. Again, number 19 on the year. Robinson just kind of sitting there and picks it up. So out come the Packers. Again, the loser is in dead last in this division. Hand off to Brockington, the rookie. last week. So going back to the Donnie Anderson story. So this happens in Back to the Future where the kickers and punters, a lot of them, we're at 71 now, so there's becoming more and more specialists. But there are still people like the Packers that have their running back or fullback, Donnie Anderson, as the punter. And so the fact that he's hurt is not really news. But what's interesting is he actually got hurt. The punter version is the one that got hurt. So the running back did not get hurt, but he's going to miss the game unless there's a lot of injuries and they put him in there because the running back version's not actually injured. But I think this might be the first time where the punter version is the one that got injured, stopping the running back version of the character to miss the game. So here is Michaels punting. Michaels, a defensive lineman himself, will be doing both the place kicking and the punting now. So the Packers really decimated as far as specialists go. Just not their thing. That is going to be forced to change. The league is changing. More and more teams finding it worth a position spot to give some specialists at least one. Some teams have one kicker doing both. Some teams are already at two specialists, one place kicker and one punter, and I think that's the way the league's going to go. Also talk about perhaps expanding the roster. There's a completion to Turner, and he's not, the Packer on his leg would not get off of it. Serious pain for Turner. I'm not sure if the Packer guy was twisting his foot while he was on the ground, but for some reason would not get off of him. And Turner's going to have to walk gingerly off the field. So, I mean, it's Bears-Packers. What do you expect? There's a handoff to Grabowski, and he runs into a wall of Aldridge. Lionel Aldridge still a pretty good player for the Pack. Bears not quite in field goal position yet. Last time they were down here, though, Douglas threw an interception. Let's see what happens here. Grabowski gets the carry, his third carry already. He was not pictured when they showed the starters, but he is getting the bulk of the carries today. Douglas now on 3rd and 8. He turns, he fires, he completes to Grabowski, who's definitely a big player in the program today, but he's short of the first down. That does get him close enough for a field goal, though. Let's make sure he makes it here from 38 yards away. Anything under 40 is pretty safe here in 71, and that is good. That is good from 38 yards away, and the Bears take the lead in this battle of pathetic teams. 2 3-10 teams. But what I was saying earlier is if this game doesn't take too long, we will get to the big one of Week 15, which is the 10-win Rams against the 12-win Cowboys. And if the Cowboys win, they lock it up. They lock up the number 1 seat. No, well, let's see. Hold on. Well, there you go. 12-1. Rams are 10-3. Redskins 10-4. The best they could do is 12-4. Yeah, so if the Cowboys win, they would go to 13-1 and clinch the number 1 seed. Surprisingly, though, if the Rams are able to beat the Cowboys will have just a 1-game lead on the Rams for home field and lose the tiebreaker. So their lead for the number 1 seed will be very small, and they'll actually keep the Redskins alive to win the division. So very interesting game there for the Cowboys. Clinch the number 1 seed or find yourself still in the fight for the division. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure if they played twice. If they've already played twice, the Cowboys then have won both games because the Cowboys only have one loss. That was to the Eagles. So if the Redskins and Cowboys have already played twice, then I guess the division's already over. But I believe they may play. I know the Cowboys have played the Giants twice. The Cowboys may be playing the Redskins in one of the final 2 weeks. Year that it was going to be Rams versus Cowboys in the NFC Championship game, so that could be a preview to that. Also, if they are going to meet this game, very important of who's going to have home field. The Cowboys could lose and still get home field throughout the playoffs, but they would have to make sure there's no more hiccups.
Here we go. 10 logo. Double time. Even, 4 down. Even. Run. Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
Staubach a little bit beat up, but the confirmation is that he will be playing in that game. So the best quarterback in the league statistically will be playing to try to clinch. And if they can win and clinch the #1 seed, then they can let Staubach rest the last couple of games of the season. So a lot on the line for the Cowboys against the Rams. A lot on the line for the Rams as well, though, because if they win, they can clinch their division. But a loss keeps the 49ers alive.
Here we go. Let's go. 30 base.
All right, so because, of course, the Bears opened with an interception, we never got to see the starting quarterback for the Packers. And I haven't said anything because they're not doing much as way as throwing, but it is Bart Starr. So Bart Starr, career coming to a close. It was a fabulous career. 3 championships. Well, actually, that's not true. 0 championships because in Sack to the Future. So still a good career, even in Sack to the Future, but not as good as it was in real life. The Packers have not been as dominant of a 60s team in Sack to the Future as they were in real life. Did make the playoffs sometimes, but no Sack to the Future bowls. We're in the 70s now, though. It's 71. So this year's supposed to be Cowboys-Dolphins. That still has a chance. It looks like both those teams will make the playoffs. But we'll see how the rest of the 70s go. Will the Cowboys, Dolphins, Steelers, and Raiders be the great teams? Vikings for part of it? Or will we have some crazy Sack to the Future stuff? There's a double team, a throw into double team. McGee goes up for it, but he gets hit by a couple guys and unable to hold on. Am I talking about McGee? It's not Max McGee. So here comes another punting situation for the Packers. The lineman and place kicker Michaels has handled the first couple punts so far pretty easily. Gale Sayers' decent return up to the 20. No longer a threat to take it to the house, though. That is not in his game plan anymore. As people get older, they lose a step. He's not old, but he's just terrible knee injuries. Nowhere near the player he was when he broke onto the scene in Sack to the Future a few years ago. Gale Sayers, when asked about possibly retirement, he is not ruling it out, at least. He's not defiant about it, just saying he's waiting to make any decision until the end of the year. But so with the production so far down, it's just sometimes it's hard for those guys that used to be great to stick around when they're just another guy. Cadill gets called for holding, and that'll push it back to a 1st and 20. Bobby Douglas going to throw again. And no, he's going to run. And he's going to get sacked. So sack for Williams. Bobby Douglas is taking a lot of hits, whether it's behind the line or across it when he's scrambling, but he has stayed healthy. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Not surprising that these two teams have combined for 3 points. Two of the worst offenses in all of football. Two of the worst records in all of football, both 3-10. Douglas comes up firing downfield. That's a nice play. On 3rd and 23, Douglas hits Gordon for a gain of 20 yards. Still not enough, but the Bears have gone over 100 yards on the day. So the Bears looking better than the Packers, but still not finding a way to get much points. Just 3 so far. Oh, what a beautiful punt by the Bears. Bobby Joe Green, I believe. Drawing a blank on the punter. Good punt, though. And downed at the 2-yard line. Okay, I formation pitch out to Brockington. Gets one block, another nice block. And Brockington brings it from the 2 out across the 20 up to the 21-yard line. And stupid go pack go chant. They're tied on the ground. The Bears dominating through the air. Bart Starr turns and hands it again. Brockington breaks a tackle and gets up to the 30-yard line. So Brockington up to 37 yards on 4 carries. Bears are going to have to do something about that. 2nd and 1. Another handoff this time to believe that is Hampton. And he gets a first down and more. So the Bears' great punt makes the Packers start their own 2. They just come out, run, and they're all the way up to the 40-yard line. Another running play. This time a couple Bears knock Williams in the backfield. So now in 2nd and 12, maybe they will convince the Packers to throw the ball. Play action pass. Starr is going to look to throw. And it's knocked down at the line. Incomplete. Bart Starr just 2 of 8 for 3 yards. And there's a delayed handoff on 3rd and long. And the Bears, for some reason, kind of predicting that, make the easy tackle. And the Packers will punt again. So again, more adventures with the injured punter. Again, he has no problem catching that snap. And Sayers brings it out to the 36-yard line. All right, Bears. The Packers have done nothing offensively. A little bit of running there, but that's all they've done all game. But the Bears, even though they've moved the ball, they can't get any points. They only have 3. There's a handoff. Another nice run. This time by Gale Sayers, 3 carries, 16 yards on the day. And up to Grabowski, and he breaks Robinson's tackle, but Robinson held him up, and that was the key as the rest of his teammates got there. Bobby Douglas out there all alone in the back. Punt. Oh, he has problems catching the snap, but does get the punt away. And this is another nice punt that'll go out at the 6-yard line. So the Bears punter definitely doing a good job today. Let's see, last time the Packers were down here, they just started running, and got about 38 to 40 yards on the ground before they had to punt. Here's Bart Starr goes out throwing on the first one. It looked like the Packer receiver turned into the tight end and tackled the defender before he can intercept it. It was over everyone's head, though. I think it was uncatchable. Now, that one's right on the money, though. And it's Bart Starr's 3rd completion. That's Spillis, of course. So Packers' biggest play through the air today. And they're at their own 28. Star back to pass. He's going to throw incomplete.
70, Indy. Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 5.
It's our third straight throw for the Packers. That's got to be some sort of record. There is a nice completion downfield. And it's Seals that comes up injured. So an injury for the Bears. And I don't think they have been this entire half. Bart Starr misses on that throw. Brings up 2nd and 10. 4 consecutive pass attempts for the Packers, really changing things up. Here's pass attempt number 5 in a row. Starr waiting, good protection, fires downfield, and he completes. So the Packers coming out with 5 consecutive pass plays, confusing the Bears a little bit. Certainly the Packers' best drive of the game. Another pass attempt. Oh, Starr misses the open man. They're 5 of 15. Another pass attempt. Starr spins away from possible pressure. Fires downfield. Nicely defended. Looked like that was going to be completion, getting him inside the 10-yard line, but he was knocked. Ball knocked away at the last possible minute. 3rd and 10. Do they try to get closer? No, they're going to throw. Starr's going to throw for the first down, and he just misses his receiver. And it was a step too far in front of the receiver. Otherwise, that could have been a big play. So now we're going to ask Michaels to make one from 46. This is not guaranteed. Not as easy as the Bears kicker. And Michaels just can't make it. From 46 yards out in the elements, I mean, there's no snow or anything, but there's still cold, making the football frozen rock. And there you go. It's no good. Michaels comes up short. Bears take over at the 36-yard line. There's a handoff to Grabowski. 6 carries, 13 yards today. 3rd and 10. 2 carries, 0 yards. Now Douglas is back there all by himself. You see the Packers have basically evened things up in the yardage department. Douglas fires complete to Grabowski underneath, but short of the first down. So the Bears will have to punt again. Almost another brilliant punt, but it bounces a little bit too far, and that will be a touchback. So the Packers have been moving the ball a little better as of late, but they're also having a hard time getting points. Each team has had 1 field goal attempt. That's it. The Bears player, of course, made his kick, and the Packers missed their kick. And that's the difference in this game for who is the worst team in the division. Right now it looks like the Packers. Oh, but there's a nice move by Brockington. Luckily, Butkus is there to make the tackle. Otherwise, he might have gone a long way. There's a handoff. Breaks a couple tackles, and Hampton just enough for the first down. So we're already down to 3.5 minutes to go in the half, and it's 3-0 still. The first touchdown might win this game. Full house back there, and he fakes it to all of them, comes up firing, and completes up near midfield. I think the Packers have the actual lead now in total yards. Bart Starr pump fake and then lets it go deep downfield, but knocked away. Nice play by the Bears defender there. The Packers, especially on the games Bart Starr has started, have not gone deep very often. So that was them taking a shot, trying to surprise the Bears. It was a nice throw, but nice, even better coverage. 3rd and 6. Big play if the Bears want to keep the Packers off the scoreboard. They'll throw underneath and see if he can pick up the yards. He makes one man miss, but not the second, so Hampton gets tackled short of the first down. And that is a timeout Or actually the 2-minute warning, sorry. So the 2-minute warning, Packers will punt. Oh no, it's a fake punt. Wow. A fake punt attempt, and the Bears come in. Not sure if they should have ran a fake punt when they have their place kicker, who's actually a lineman. But that could be part of the reason why the Packers are one of the worst teams in football and trying to grab last place. Here's Douglas going to run. He's going to get close to the first down. He protected himself by going down to the ground, but they do say he got enough of the first down. So now he'll get up, hold on to all his timeouts, try to get the Bears some more points. Douglas. Now he's going to turn, fire to his right, complete to Grabowski, who just carries a couple Packers a couple yards down inside the 30. Still no timeout called. They're going to drain some more clock. Hurry up offense here for the Bears. 1 minute remains. Douglas looking to throw, fires, and incomplete. So 59 seconds left in this first half, 3rd and 2. So all the timeouts, they can definitely run for it if they feel like that's the best way to get the first down. They are going to throw Douglas. And it's incomplete. So that was not the best. And now the Bears are going to drive from 45 and a half. Not quite as long as the Packers, but pretty much the same. This kick is good, though, so the Bears make both their field goals. The Packers missed their one opportunity, so that's the difference in this game for who's the worst. Rivalry game. Not about who's going to win the division, which these teams have won most of the Sack of the Future divisions, both making the playoffs multiple times. But this year it looks like it's, yeah, well, actually the Vikings have already clinched. This year it's definitely the Vikings, 1971. Lions still alive for the playoffs, but they need a lot of things to go their way. Oh! Here's Bart Starr. Speaking of things going their way, the Packers defense. The Bears defense. Able to shut down the Packers so far. Second sack of the day. 2nd and 14. They're still going to throw for it. Oh, that was almost a pick six. Bart Starr laid it out there. It stayed up in the air a little bit too long, and it was almost brought down for a touchdown by the Bears. And now they'll hand off. After that throw, you would think that is the proper response. And take a Bears timeout away, but the Bears will still have some time. No fake punt this time. This is real. And it bounced up. Gale Sayers actually handled it pretty well and is able to get it up to the 44-yard line. So the Bears are only a first down and a few more yards away from another 3-point. Douglas fires deep downfield. Looks like he wanted a touchdown, but that's incomplete. Bobby Douglas 50% on the day, and that's actually the best of the quarterbacks. Douglas fires into double coverage, and it's incomplete. Willie Wood and another guy out there. Douglas setting up a screen pass, complete. Breaks one tackle and gets corralled at right at the midfield marker. So I think the Bears are just going to let this thing run out. Yep, that's what they do. So the first half comes to an end. The Bears have the lead on the Packers, 6-0. Packers have the lead in rushing. Bears by 2 have the lead in passing. And the Bears are the only team that has turned it over. So it's quite surprising that the Bears have the 6-0 lead, really, with the yardage basically dead even, and the Bears the only team turning it over. But the Bears have been able to get a couple field goals, and the Packers have only gotten one attempt, and he missed his one attempt. So there's the Packers on the very first play. Brockington gets a first down, breaks a tackle, and turns it into a 14-yard gain. Brockington is up to 60 yards now on 7 carries.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Let's go.
Play action pass, Star in all kinds of trouble, and down he goes. Nicely done by Moore, tracking him the whole time from his defensive back position. Gets the sack.
Big grip.
Second and long, they give it to Brockington. He tried to get around, but that man was Dick Butkus, so he brings him down. Gets one big paw on him and then muscles him down through the block. Third and long, Star's just going to throw it short and see what Hampton can do. Not much. Hampton, in fact, injured himself on the play. And the Packers will punt to start the second half. So the Bears, I mean, their season has not gone well, 3-10. But if you could shut out your rival in their home stadium, you shut down and shut out the Packers and force them into last place, that would be about as good as the season could go at this point. Douglas comes up, firing deep downfield, and that's not Farmer. Who is that? That is, oh, man. Can't think of his name. Nice catch, though. Don't have the computer open or anything. Maybe it'll show us. Seymour. Yep, there you go. Seymour hasn't done a lot this year, but he makes a nice catch on that one. And the Bears now grab the lead in total yardage. And there's a handoff to a big rumbling Grabowski. 4-yard gain. And now here's another handoff to Grabowski, and he fights to get yardage, maybe a gain of 1. 8 carries, 18 yards now. And Douglas turns, fires, completes. Can he break a tackle? He tried to lean his hand across the first down marker and got it. Nice play by Wallace. That is a first down. There's a handoff to Mr. Sayers, Gale Sayers, with his 5th carry of the day. Averaging 4 yards a carry, not too bad. Handoff again, and Sayers breaks a tackle. So perhaps gone are the days where Sayers can just remove people from their shoes or break their ankles, but he can still find a way to break tackles every once in a while. There's Seymour again. 2 catches, 47 yards after doing nothing the entire first half. He's the big man on campus this drive. Bears in the red zone. And there's the end of the series. Breaks a tackle and gets inside the 10. That makes it 1st and goal from the 8. Again, the first touchdown scored might win the game. If the Bears can score here, they have a 2-score lead against a team that does nothing on offense. There's a fake to Pinder, and Bobby Douglas gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Nice run by the quarterback, Bobby Douglas. First rushing touchdown of the day. I don't think it's the first one of the year. I would be shocked if it was. The Bears are going to go for 2, so they lead their rival by 12. And they just want to embarrass them here in their home stadium. Why not? And it's a fake, a brilliant block by Grabowski. Took out 2 Packers. And Douglas able to walk in scot-free for the 2-point conversion. Bears take a 14-point lead now, halfway through the third quarter. Packers are going to have to figure out something offensively, or this game could turn into a blowout. There's a handoff to Brockington. 9 carries, 66 yards. Bart Starr is going to throw and complete. Completes his pass up to the 45-yard line. He's the old reliable Carroll Dale on that catch. Oh, Brockington trying to make moves, but 4 different Bears hit him at the same time.
Let's go. And we got number 53. Line 53.
Starr comes up, throws to the flat, completes, and brings a 3rd and 2 up. There's a handoff, and nicely done by the Chicago Bears, tracking Pitts and tackling behind the line. Bringing up a 4th and 3 and causing the Packers to punt again. They did fake one punt from around this area, but this will be a real punt. And it's going to bounce inside the 10, and I think it rolled into the end. No, the Packers did down inside the 1, and so if that truly is not a touchback, that's got to be about 1 inch away. Had to have touched the line, right? No, they're going to say it's at the 1 inch line, so the Packers prime opportunity to get a safety. Let's see what happens. Handoff to Pinder. He's able to spin and fight his way up to the 5-yard line. Now Douglas will go from the shotgun, meaning one of the 2 feet are in the end zone, and it will be a handoff. And Sayers fighting hard. I think he got the first down. So good job by the Bears. A couple runs gets him out of the threat of a safety. And now on 1st and 10, Douglas can turn fire to Sayers. He does hang on to the ball, but loses yards.
It's easy work and it's coming again.
Late 3rd quarter. Bears all over the Packers, 14-0. Douglas fires downfield. That's complete. And who else but Mr. Wallace on the reception, the tight end. And the Bears have gone over 250 yards of offense. And up to Pinder, his 4th carry of the day. Not much, though, on that one. Douglas throws underneath. That's Seymour again. Comes out of nowhere and has a pretty good 3rd quarter. 3 receptions for 53 yards, all here in the 3rd quarter. Quick handoff to Grabowski. He was hit in before the first down marker, but he just powered his way across the first down. And now a 1st and 10 for the Bears. They don't need to call a play in this quarter. Let's see if they do, though. They lined up to call a play, but did not snap it. So we go to the 4th quarter. Bears all over the Packers. They've scored in every period and lead 14-0. And, oh, man. Oh, disaster. Douglas kept the ball. The Packers kind of knew what was coming. About 3 different guys hit him. One of them forced a fumble, and then the Packers pick it up and return it for a touchdown. Matthews is the one that picked it up and returned it, but not sure who caused it because so many people were hitting Douglas at the same time. That was just a disaster of a play all the way around for the Bears, and it turns into a touchdown. So a give-me touchdown. About the only thing the Bears could have done to not make this an easy win. And now 14 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. The Packers are only down by 1 score. Okay, so hopefully no more faking the handoffs and running with the quarterback from the shotgun position. The rest of the game, let's just finish this out and make sure the Packers are the last place team. Bobby Douglas will fake here and then get hit in the backfield for a sack. Dave Robinson, so the Packers are all over Douglas at the moment. That's sack number 5 for the game, the 2nd by the Packers. Douglas fires to the right side and completes for a nice gain for Gordon. You see the Bears' total offense ranked 30th. There's more than 2 semi-pro teams, which means the Bears' ranking of 30th has them behind some of the semi-pro teams, which is just ridiculous garbage tier offense by the Bears this year. The Bears hold on to the ball so that we'll keep the clock moving, but they have to punt. Packers will let it bounce at the 10, and it actually rolls out to finally down to the 7-yard line. So the Packers have to go 93 yards if they want to tie it. Nothing they've done offensively makes you think that could happen. In fact, they really probably want to punt as soon as possible because the chance of the Bears' offense giving them a touchdown is better than the chance of the Bears' defense allowing a touchdown. There, Hale comes in, gets a sack, and the Packers are in trouble now, giving them a safety. Well, Anderson snuck in anyways. I put him down as far down you could go in the depth charts, but Anderson's supposed to be injured. The punter is actually injured. The second avatar, if you will, was right there getting a 7-yard carry. But then the Bears follow that up by sacking Bart Starr in the end zone for the safety. That brings it back to a 2-point game. And that might be the final nail in the coffin, even though there's 11 minutes to go. Packers just can't do anything offensively, so that should be it if the Bears don't keep turning it over.
Let's go now. 8-3. 4 down, check. 4 down. Snap. Ready. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more that came from. Let's go. Here we go. 18 Gator.
3rd and 5. Less than 10 minutes to go. Douglas fires incomplete. So the Bears will punt the ball back to the Packers. And where's this punt going to go out at? It's going to bounce and go into the end zone for the touchback. Thought it was headed to the sidelines. It never got there and then took a ridiculous bounce and went all the way into the end zone. Bart Starr with a pump fake that fires deep, but it's actually intercepted by the Chicago Bears. A one-on-one play on the outside. Taylor comes up with the better hands than the receiver and gets the interception. So that's the first turnover by the Packers. And now Douglas spins around and tries to throw an interception of his own. Douglas has thrown one interception on the first drive of the game, and he's also fumbled once, which was the only points allowed. Hand up the Pinder, big play. Very close to a first down. They're going to say he's inches short, though. So 3rd and inches, Bears are already in field goal range again, but would like to get the first down and work on this clock. Douglas is going to fire and incomplete. Do they go for it here? It's already a 2-score game. A kick only keeps it a 2-score game, but they are going to kick the field goal. So I guess they just want as many points as they want. They can get against their rival. The kicker is good again, 3 for 3 on the day. It's 19-7.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And now who's that injured? A Packer injury on the special teams. So the Packers trail the Bears by 12 points and 100 yards of offense. Starr quick drop, and he goes down even though Hale was being blocked. He's able to reach and get Starr and drag him down with one hand full of a jersey, basically, for his 3rd sack of the game. Bart Starr throws, completes, and the Packer man, number 36, able to fight his way for the first down. That was Carter, his first catch. Starr completes to the left side to Carroll Dale. He's getting close to 50% now. Another completion from Bart Starr, 15 of 30. The Packers and Bart Starr having a nice drive, also taking a lot of time, though. That's one of the Achilles heel of the Packers, are not a fast-moving team. I mean, this year they have been pretty of a good, dominating offensive line and everything. They still methodically go down the field. They don't hit you with big plays to get down there quickly. That ends up being sack number 7 by the Bears, and this is the game on the line. 4th and 6. The Packers feeling like they must go for it. Starr fires, and it's knocked down, incomplete. So the Bears hold with only 4.5 minutes to go. That should do it. So it looks like the Bears are going to go ahead and get out of the basement and throw the Packers in there as the worst team. Oh, there's a nice move by Grabowski to make another Packer miss. Turns into a big game, his best run of the day. That puts him all the way back up to a 4.0 average, or 4.1. Threw behind the receiver, but luckily it was not intercepted. Probably keep running the ball, make sure this game ends. Throwing it, giving up another defensive touchdown is the one way you can lose this thing still. Douglas runs away from a Packer, runs into 2 Packers, and slams and rolls his way across the first down marker. Wow. Nice run by Douglas there. And now the Bears can really work on the clock. This is play number 61 for the Chicago Bears. They've been very balanced. 31 runs, 30 passes. Grabowski has 12 of those runs for 47 yards. We're at 3 minutes to go. Bears have a 2-score lead. They're going to win this game. Packers are going to finish in last in the division. Pinder just runs it to the middle of the field. The Packers do not call timeout, maybe just accepting fate. Douglas is going to fire downfield and complete inside the 10-yard line, and that'll be the 2-minute warning, so they could just sit there and kneel on the ball 3 times if they wanted, and if the Packers don't call timeouts over, if they do use their timeouts, you would take all their timeouts away and add more points. But looks like the Bears are going to go from the shotgun and perhaps throw it. Set up a screen. One man to beat, gets the block. Oh. He got the block that thought it was going to spring him for a touchdown, but a nice play by the Packer defender to keep him out at the 1-yard line. Packers call timeout. Bears definitely going to run the ball 2 more times. I think Douglas throwing for some unknown reason. Oh, no, he wants to run for it. Breaks a tackle. And then trying to break the second tackle, he actually gets stripped and fumbles the ball. And the Bears do a nice job of tackling the Packer because a defensive touchdown is the only way the Packers get back into it. So, by making the Packers have to go down the field, even if they did get in the end zone, the game's over. Let's see what Bart Starr can do, though. One of his final games, perhaps. Turns around and fires this ball to the sideline. It's knocked away. 16 of 34, 167 yards. And another incompletion. 3rd and 10. Starr hit right before he could get the ball off, and that's a sack and a timeout. So now 4th and 16. 8 sacks by the Chicago Bears. Bart Starr needs to come up with a miracle here. And he comes up firing to the sidelines. It's right at the first down marker. I don't know if he got it across. No, he was just short. Had to get to the 20.5-yard line. He got to the 20.3-yard line. And that should do it. That's the Bears handing off and the Packers taking their last time out. 2 kneels would get you down to about 3 seconds to go. So they are going to run it, try to take off a few seconds before he's tackled. Breaking tackles will help. Getting the first down, obviously, make sure it's over. And so the Bears are going to win. Packers finishing dead last in this division. So at least the Bears constantly finishing better than the Packers is one of the things that everyone loves about Sack to the Future. So at least we got to keep that going. And that should do it, unless Douglas feels the need to snap it one more time. He does not. It's all over. Not the most exciting game, I know. But the Bears do beat the Packers and force them into last place. And unfortunately, the game didn't take too long, but I just got too tired the last 20 minutes or so. So we will not have the big Packers-Rams game tonight. But hopefully you can join us again in a couple nights. Obviously, if you want to watch it live, and you haven't already, clicking that bell icon would give you the notification needed. Unfortunately, I don't have a time. I would like to do it tomorrow, but I don't think that's very likely. If it does happen, it'll probably be late, like starting the game right about now, but it'll be Friday night, so of course not as worried about staying up late tomorrow. If that doesn't work out, though, then it should be Saturday night. Thank you for watching. We'll scroll through a couple of the stats here, and then we will leave you for now. But thanks for watching this 1971 matchup between the Bears and the Packers. Hope you have a wonderful night and weekend, and we will see you again next time. Go Bears.